We're here.
Okay. Okay. So, welcome to the very first modded meeting. From here on out, we're not going to call it modded. We're going to call it the actual server name. And so, welcome to the first Otcraft Reloaded meeting.
Reloaded?
I didn't
Reloaded.
You cut
Reloaded?
Yep. So we are
Reloaded.
Otcraft Reloaded.
Awesome.
We have a logo in the works. There's one that AF kind of put together, like a real mock-up of it, but we are actually in the process of having someone make our logo. Our colors, since you guys know Otcraft is cyan and white, Obsidian is purple and black, and Reloaded is going to be
Orange
it's
and yellow.
a cobalt blue with a
cobalt.
dark
I like
trim. It looks sharp. AF, if you want to post in the voice chat the photo, the mock-up, keep in mind this is not the official logo, but it kind of gives you an idea of what we're going to be looking like. At the top of the logo, let me wait till he posts it.
I like what Ben said.
What did Rin say?
No,
Hey.
Ben. He said, "Does that mean we're going to have to reload it every time it crashes?"
Probably.
That's pretty much
The
where
name
the
is
name
kind
comes
of
from.
the irony of it. So, okay, if you guys see the recycle top at the top, we will not have that particular part because of the fact it's a registered logo, but it's going to be similar. It's going to be something in the form of it loading. We are the third server, so that kind of gives the triangle effect. But yeah, so Otcraft Reloaded. It's a fun name. Yes, we will be having to do lots of reloads, so no. But yeah, so
I was right.
Bad pun. That's still a bad pun.
Yeah, we're not going to stick with the recycled. That's a trademarked thing.
The
but
trade, yeah, this
it's
is
a
just
mock-up
a mock-up
to give us an idea.
Yeah, we're going to have something similar at the top around the Otcraft logo, but it's not going to be that exactly. Like I said, AF has someone that actually does this. They make logos and they're in the process. They're already working on our new logo. We're going to have a Twitter page, which that will be up and running later today. And we're going to have, yes? Did you have a very specific question that had to be answered right now?
There you go.
No, I was just-
Pan narrow.
No, I was just giving everybody a heads up. There are phantoms nearby.
Okay, we'll stay in the building. You'll be fine. Okay, so moving forward with the Reloaded meeting. So what we're going to do is I will go ahead and rename the channels from Modded to Reloaded. We will have our own Discord for Reloaded
Awesome.
once we get it going. And myself, AF, and Alyssa are going to be the three admins for it. Alyssa and AF will definitely be handling a lot more of the technical side as far as, getting the mods up and running and that. I'll be helping with that a little bit, but as you guys all know, tech is not my area. And then I will be handling more just the everyday stuff that goes along with being an admin.
People.
I can tell you this right now, as far as the modded server goes, it will not be the same as in the sense of ACO, meaning we won't have player of the months there. We won't have necessarily events. We might have a few every now and then type of events, but it's not going to be something consistent like we have on ACO. So it's going to be more, there will be the community feel there as well. Just like ACO, it's mostly the same players, but at the same time, it is going to be its own server with its own uniqueness to it.
Which is why we're not going with the ACO name. It's not modded.
Exactly. So we're now Otcraft Reloaded, Otcraft Obsidian, and then Otcraft. So we have the three servers. Yes, Creative is one of our servers, but it's tied to Otcraft.
And a big part of the reason for that is that we do have players that are over 15 who want to play modded that have never joined ACO. They're on Otcraft and they want to play modded really badly, but they've never joined ACO. So it's not an exception.
Yeah, exactly. And we do want to reach out, and we want anyone to be able to play. We've had people in the past say, if you guys get a modded server, let me know, but they don't want to play hard vanilla. They don't, and not many people really enjoy hard vanilla. I personally like it, but it's,
dying.
But like a lot of people stay on AC when they're old enough to play ACO because they don't like dying and losing all their stuff.
We've even heard from some people who have left Otcraft. When we made the announcement that ACO modded, or at the time ACO modded is coming, they said, "Oh, I've been waiting for this. I'll come back."
I actually got reached by someone on Twitter who has not played on Otcraft for a very long time that saw it and they're very excited for it. So we might be getting newer players that come in, maybe not. We will see how it goes. New servers always struggle in the beginning. We're expecting lower numbers at first. That happens. But just know that we're going forward with this. We're excited about it. You guys ready to hear what version we're using?
Yeah.
Go for it.
Okay, we're going to be going with 112 too.
Yes.
Oh, good. I have that installed already.
I'll
Okay.
be
There
honest,
you
it
go.
still doesn't mean much to me, but
I'll be
I
honest,
knew
it doesn't mean much to me either,
I
but
knew
we're
it.
going with it.
Well, we don't see an ore spawn.
So
That's
basically
okay.
what that means is we're going with the newest version. The positive side, there's many positive sides to this. The positive side is that we a lot of the packs that are already and that are going are doing very well on it. Alyssa did extensive research on it. And Alyssa, do you just want to explain really quick?
I mean, I can. Yeah,
Sure.
112.2 was talked about quite often as the most stable base platform for mods, especially moving forward. And it also had the most number of mods that are still being actively updated and bug fixed. A lot of the mods for the older versions of Minecraft, the developers have either changed or the mod's been effectively abandoned.
Yeah. And then the older one is more stable, but you're not going to get any of the newer mods that mesh well with it, things like that. So I think we made a good choice.
If we're going to start now, we should be thinking of the future, and 1.7 is not thinking of the future.
Yeah, exactly.
Sticking in the
that's
past, which is more
dropping
stable.
backwards.
But,
It's going backwards, maybe more stable, but at the same time, you're not going to get the updates and things like that we need. If something does break, it's just broken.
Or
So
new
we're going to go.
Or new mods that come out in the future will be 1.12 and up.
Yeah, exactly. So, okay, so we're going with 112. And now here's what I need from you guys. This is really important. You guys were fantastic at recommending mods and mod packs. And that was great. But now that we know what version we're using, I need that simplified and broken down. I'm going to be putting a big line break that shows where the talk ended. And I want you each to go back again, and I want you to recommend three mods, or you can use one of those slots as a pack. So if you just like Feed the Beast, just put Feed the Beast. If you don't like Feed the Beast necessarily, but you really like Galactic Crap, you can put Galactic Crap. Just put 3. Wait, hold on. Let me finish saying this. You're going to put 3. Now you only get to submit 1 time. So wait, don't submit immediately because you're going to change your mind 10 times. Think about the 3 that are most important to you, and then put it in your suggestion, and each person gets only 1. I mean, you get to put 3 things, but you only get to suggest once. If you guys go back and scroll through, we had so many suggestions. A lot of those things were not even possible. And that's another thing. When suggesting something, keep in mind some of the things that were suggested are actually, those mod packs are actual games. They're not packs that can go and mesh well nicely with other packs. It's more like a full-on game. I think the Pokemon one was a good example of that.
Pixelmon,
Right.
Lord of the Rings.
Lord of the Rings is another good example.
You
so
can't add other mods to it once you have
can't.
that.
Exactly. So make sure you're suggesting stuff that is an actual mod that can go into a mod pack, or like I said, a pack that you know of that has all your favorite mods in it already, and it's a pack you want us to look at. These are things that we will be researching and seeing what is good, what is stable, what has the most breaks. What do we need to do if we pick this pack? What items do we need to remove from it? Because we're going to do all of that to make sure we're as absolute stable as possible.
Blue. Will we
Yes.
have?
on. I was gonna talk.
Do we have the
Sorry.
basic stuff like Tinker's Construct and all that, like the basics, or is it only gonna be what we suggest?
We just listen to me. Give your suggestions. We already have in mind some of the stuff we are already going to use. Things like Tinkers are just a given. Things like that kind of stuff is just a given. Just think about the 3 most important mods to you, or like I said, if you have a specific pack that you know of that has like a Feed the Beast that you just know I'm really going to want all of that. That's going to be one of your 3. You only get to submit 3 things, and it has to be all. Hold on a second. It has to be all in one submission. You can't do 3 separate posts. Take your time, think about it, and say like Dusty Circuit. I want this, 1, 2, 3, and that's it. You can't. Once it's there, that's it. You can go back and edit it if you need to, but you can't do another post. We're trying to keep this as simplified as possible because we have a huge job ahead of us with going through all of the recommendations.
Simple and fair. We don't want
Is
anybody
there a
getting 50
cutoff?
mods added.
Is there a way? Hold
Is
on.
there a cutoff for
Oh,
when we
wait,
can?
wait. Let's let Dusty go ahead. Dusty, what's your question?
What if I suggest a mod that also has like other like mods that like
Will that be a
are
pack?
kind of dependent? No, but there are some mods that are actually like 3 that are broken down into 3 separate mods or whatever.
Then
What-
do you mean like, let's say like applied let's say you
No.
have like 3 separate that you want.
No, I'm talking about there are
Right,
mods
dependencies. I get it.
that are
yeah.
dependencies. Yeah.
I know it's
Okay, so just put the mod you're interested in, and we will know what we'll be looking into it. We'll know
Yeah,
what.
we'll figure out the
um,
dependencies.
Yeah, exactly.
So say if I want to suggest thermal expansion, I don't have to list all its dependencies.
No, no,
Okay.
just pick that one, and we're looking at different packs. There are packs that already have a lot of the things that you guys already asked for. So chances are it's going to be in there. Like I said, there's given ones that we're just going to be using, but we want to know what you want. So this is your chance to say, these are the 3 that are most important to me. I really want you to at least consider it, and we will consider it.
So say if I suggest a mod with dependencies, I could just say with dependencies included or something like that.
If you want to put like a dash next to it, you can say that. Just don't list out other mods.
Yeah.
Because you're only given the opportunity to list 3 mods or /mod pack. So yeah. And if you see someone, I mean, this is just the way to do it. If you see that what you're really wanting, somebody's already suggested, multiple people suggested, that kind of gives you a little opportunity. It's kind of smart to wait a few days before you do this, and kind of see what other people are saying. If you have 4 that you love, but one of them someone's already recommended a few times, then skip that one and do a different one. So
yeah.
But the idea is you get 3. You get three opportunities to have us look at something that you very specifically would like. If it's something that's trademarked, like the Pokemon, just know it can't happen. It just can't happen. And there's servers dedicated to that they don't care if they get shut down or sued. We're not like that. So we very much care.
Excuse me.
We're doing it by the books. We're doing this correctly.
Awcraft is a little too high profile to be taking chances.
Yeah, exactly. So don't waste your suggestion on something that you know we are already going to be saying no to.
No.
So
What's so like the nukes mod?
Excuse me.
No.
exactly. If again, that kind of comes down to if you know something, we're just going to turn around and say no. Suggest it if you want, but just know you're wasting a slot.
That's a shame.
Yeah, I know it's terrible, right?
I know.
And we know Ben would Newcraft already.
I'm already nervous about the draconic energy core blowing up 200+ blocks. So yeah,
I know. That's what's scary.
Blue, it can do that, Blue?
Oh,
Yes,
it
the
can do
draconic-
that big time.
Oh,
I've
it
done
can.
it.
I know
The
that.
draconic core is basically a nuke. On
It
its
is
own.
basically a nuke, and it will destroy everything. And if that happens, that player that did it on purpose probably won't be playing on Reloaded anymore. So we're going to be very strict about stuff. Just know that, and that's for the safety of everyone.
I guess we're just gonna have to does that necessarily mean like just because one feature of a mod can like do a lot of damage that we're not gonna include that mod?
No, not true at all. Because we can turn things off, so
Yeah.
we can make it so that certain items are not in the game. We can make it. We can edit things and make it. And a lot of servers do that. Like they'll say, like for instance, portal guns. No portal guns. They crash servers. They destroy things.
Never been stable.
Can I talk?
Hold on. DJ had asked first. Go ahead, DJ.
I was gonna suggest the Vivecraft server mod.
What is that?
But
that's just so people who have VR can play it.
It's not.
Okay.
The server mod is not required for Vivecraft. It's just recommended.
Okay. Well, put
I just
that.
recommend
That's
using
something
it.
you can put. Yeah, that's something you can put.
Do you guys need the download page for it?
No. Well, you're way ahead of us. Just put it. Put your suggestion. When we get to it, if it's something that we need like specific stuff from you, then we can go to you for it. But chances are, Alyssa probably can find it, or AF can find it, and they can take care of that. So, all right, Jake, what was your question, Jake?
Yeah, so I just wanted to suggest that if we need to, we could like ban certain things.
Yes,
like
items
or certain things within the server.
Well, other
because a lot of
servers have done this
A lot of
before,
modern servers
Jake.
do
So
that.
yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly what we'll be doing. We will take items and that will be we'll have a line across. Like I said, we'll know which items. Like for instance, I know like there's mods I used to love to play Twilight Forest, and every time you pick up a stick, it would crash. So we ended up taking out sticks. Like it's. I mean, it's hard to do,
are we
but
only
it's what
going
you do.
to remove something if it's like detrimental to the server? Like we're not going to remove like a lot of things.
No, we'll just remove the stuff that crashes servers, and that's how modded works. So I mean, That's not unheard of on a modded server. So we're not going to remove the mod if only one item is what the problem is.
It's a tricky procedure because there's mods that conflict. There's mods that just have broken elements. There's mods that, you know, destroy all things. So, I mean, we can't make a broad statement on what we're going to do for all mods in all situations. We'll see what gets suggested, what we can work with and what we can't, and we'll see what we can do when we get there.
Okay,
now,
and
can't say.
The modded suggestion channel. Wait, Happy, before you post, stop. You guys are already not doing it what I said to do. So I said, take your time. You can suggest three. So don't just post. You don't get to post 3 separate times of 3 things you want. You only get one post. So make it count.
Do your homework, put some thought into it, make
Project
sure
Ozone is awesome, by the way.
The whole of Project Ozone, huh?
Yeah.
So that's a mod pack.
Can we please save that for the channel, though? We don't have
I actually
to do
have
it
a
in the
friend
meeting.
that's making Ozone Project Ozone server.
I have a question.
Yes.
Is like stuff like NEI, like NEI and like chisel like a given? And stuff like
I mean,
that?
those are to me just kind of like core parts of a mod pack. But I mean, if it's really important to you to make sure we have chisel, then put it in there. So
Okay.
yeah, I mean, and if you like I said, if you like a bunch of Feed the Beast stuff, put Feed the Beast or the new Feed the Beast or, you know. So, okay. So hold on one second. Happy, you can go ahead and type now. I was just trying to stop you before in case you did what Dan and DJ did. So if you know your 3, you guys are welcome to go ahead. I put the break in it. So we will be looking at everything from below the line at this point.
Below the line?
Below the line. That's why I told you, wait. I said to wait.
Can I just resend it?
Yeah.
Hold on, DJ. Is that the only thing you care about with modded? If so, then that's fine. You're not going to suggest any other mods?
I don't use any other mods, but
okay. All right. So if you don't,
Vivecraft is probably my number 1.
Okay. If that's the only one, like I said, you get 3. Most people suggested in the upwards to 10 to 15 in the last batch. So knocking it down to 3 is a big change. So I need your top 3. All right. Very cute. Hi, Riley.
I just want to make sure on this. So, we're about to suggest a mod pack and 3 mods, or either or.
No, it's either order. You get.
Essentially, it's like this. You get 3 slots. You can do it however you want. You can put in 3 mods. You can put in 1 mod pack and 2 mods. You can put in 2 mod packs and 1 mod. Yada yada yada.
Exactly.
You get 3 slots. You make your decision.
And blah blah blah.
Exactly. So for me, like, exactly, you get one post. That's the important thing. You get 1 post. You can't suggest 2, and then later, 2 days from now, do a 3rd one. Each person gets 1 post. You can edit your posts. We will give you guys, like, we'll say a week. I think a week is, or did we say 2 weeks yesterday?
Goes down to the end.
I can't remember. I think we're gonna give you guys 2 weeks. Okay, so we'll give you 2 weeks to get your final what you want in before we start really coming through. The idea is to have this up and going as soon as we can, but it's gonna take some time. It's my guess will be probably 2 months before we're up and running. As far as cost goes, what we're looking right now is the $5. It's the same as ACO. We are going to be in the red easily the first, I don't even know how long, maybe a year. Before we get in
for years
and years. So the $5 has to be right now because we have to cover our hosting fees. And there's just no going around that. This is an add-on server. It's not, Otcraft is the only one at this point that is
So we can't
no
have
cost.
we can't have any package deal at all.
We can have, yes, we will do package deals as far as, and we'll give you guys more details as we get it. But I'm just telling you right now, there's no way of going around right now having it to be a paid server. My goal is to get us sponsored, to get sponsors so that scholarships. So, if you're able to pay the $5, pay it. If somebody else isn't, because for whatever reason, they can't, then we have support there for those.
I'm gonna ask my parents first, and if they say we can't do this, then I'll tell you, hey,
let us know. If you guys are interested in playing but just can't afford it, let us know. Well, I mean, we don't want to turn down anyone, but at the same time, the fees are important because it's what pays for the host. And like I said, ACO right now is finally in the black, which is great, but it took a long time to get there. So.
It's taken 5 years.
I do like ramen noodles, but I don't want to be living off
do you mean
ramen.
the green? What is the black mean?
It's
Making
black or
money
red.
instead of losing money.
Yeah, it's basically making money, so losing money. So Yeah, and even though the modded server is really geared for ACOers, it's still like AF said, we have other players that aren't. So even to say, well, the little bit of profit that ACO makes, it's not going to necessarily go to Outcraft Reloaded. So.
Fun
All right. Anyone have any questions? That's kind of the gist of this meeting. It's really just to let you guys know the version we're using. Now that you know the version, now you can submit your 3 top. We will go through those. We'll give you guys 2 weeks to get your favorite ones out and listed, and then we will start going through them one at a time. We'll plan on probably having another meeting in about a month, and with you guys, and tell you where we're at, the progress, what we're looking at. Things like that. If you guys have questions, you can just ask in the mod talk, which I will change the name right now.
Probably asking this. What DJ?
What DJ?
I can't believe my suggestion was above the line.
Oh, it's okay. You're fine. Don't worry about it. You're fine.
Blue, move the line.
I am.
So
no, he can just retype it. It's not that big a deal.
Yeah.
Wait, you want me to retype it?
Yeah, put it on the line. You're fine.
I said to wait, so.
All right, I'm gonna move it down right now.
I just wanna. I know this probably
Right,
too early to ask this, but since the server's gonna be for both AC and ACO players, like, will the rules be more like Outcrafts or Outcraft Obsidians or something?
It's gonna have its own rules.
Actually, yeah, and that's one of the things I meant to bring up.
All right.
We're looking at, it's going to be very similar with Outcraft as far as the, you can have mild cussing, still no talk of religion, politics, stuff like that. So in a sense, it's going to be a lot the same of ACO. It's not going to be the same as AC. Yeah.
Okay.
But it's going to be a standalone server, so it will have its own set of rules. It's just going to be 15 plus or whatever we end up deciding it's going to end up being.
Yeah.
So it's going to feel very similar to ACO. But obviously, with mods, with people having the ability to blow up entire worlds and stuff, we're gonna have to have an entire set of rules all on.
Yeah, they will have their own. They'll probably modded will have probably more rules than ACO does.
Can I say something real quick?
Yes.
I would say this is a lot more advanced.
Explosives.
All right.
Well, it's more advanced, but also more volatile. If like with the worlds, things can go wrong. The world could become corrupted overnight. Things can go wrong. You can create something that corrupts stuff.
Yeah.
So
we got to be careful with that.
Is that your only suggestion, Jake? That's the only one you care about?
Boom.
Yeah, it's a pretty good mod.
Okay, just make sure that's your only suggestion. That's what I'm saying, you guys. For those of you that only have one.
If I need it,
Blue, you got my suggestion?
I'll edit it.
Oh my.
Okay, yeah, thank you. So just edit. That's why I changed it to reloaded suggestions 3 only. So,
Blue,
all right, yes.
you got my suggestion?
It's there. I see it.
Got it.
Yes.
Yep,
Okay.
we're good.
We know.
All right. Does anyone else have any questions before we close this meeting?
Blue.
I don't have any questions.
But Blue, will we say if the world corrupts, will we go back a day from a backup?
No, we will most likely have resets. That's how modded works. Modded has a lot of world resets. Have you played modded? Mod?
Yeah. Oh, I have a lot.
Yeah, modded.
I have never played.
Me and Modkiller used to play modded.
Okay,
I have never
I wonder
played
why
modded
his
before.
name is Mod.
Guys, one at a time. On servers, it's not uncommon to have world resets. And that is why Outcraft has not had modded server for so long, because you have to have a very special clientele that is understanding of world resets. We will do everything in our
tend to not deal well with that.
I wouldn't mind I wouldn't mind playing on one server that never resets and one server that resets monthly. Is it?
No. It's not like that. It's not a monthly reset. It's when a corruption happens. It's a worst case scenario is we have to do a world reset.
But okay.
Right. Where I'm hoping, realistically, we're looking at probably an annual reset of at least once or twice a year.
Yeah.
But we are going to do everything we can to stay on top of it to make sure that items that do typically cause the type of crashes that do cause world resets, we're going to do our best to make sure that we don't get to that point.
Resets so long as we get a different map every time.
You get a different map, okay?
Yeah.
Well, Blue, Blue, say if since you're going to do everything in your power not to have to do a reset if a crap happens.
Right.
Does that mean we would try a backup first?
We have, of course. Well, we're going to have backups. There's no question on that.
And
we'll have
if we
twice a day
get
backups.
Warning, If we get early warning of a reset, I don't mind.
That is the problem.
Okay.
You don't have the only time I've said this a lot. The only time I've ever rage quit a game was signing into a modded server that I'd been working on for 3 months and getting everything geared up for 3 months, and then I finally got it done. The next day I signed in and it was reset, and I was really upset. I did not handle it well at all. And that's because I wasn't prepared for it. I didn't know at the time that this is actually pretty common in modded. So it happens. You won't, if it goes down, you're not going to get noticed. It's not like when AC switch worlds and you have a chance to take your stuff from one world to another, and that way you don't lose your gear. You lose it all. You just literally sign on one day and we're reset. We're going to do everything we can to not have that happen. And there's 3 of us that will be constantly working on things nonstop to make sure this doesn't happen. But just know it is a possibility. It's a possibility.
Anybody who pays money and signs up and goes onto that server has to be prepared and willing to lose stuff overnight if it happens. We'll do everything in our power to make sure it's not going to, but you have to be okay with dealing with that if it does.
And it's part of modded life, and modded is a lot of fun. It's taking a game we all love already and making it so much fun. Like, it's great. And who knows? We're saying all this, we're preparing you guys, and 3 years from now we may have not have had a single reset. That'd be amazing. But it's better to know. It's better to know ahead of time. Yeah.
I mean, it's a possibility on any Minecraft server, to be honest.
I was just gonna say it's
higher possibility.
It's a possibility. We do backups. We'll have backups and things like that. But sometimes,
I mean, I guess you'd be surprised. I guess how many other Minecraft servers, how often they do resets, and I feel like we're one of the only ones who have never reset the world.
We're kind of catered to autistics, right?
Yeah.
And with autism, we don't handle change well, and especially when you've worked on something for so long. So we go out of our way to keep it so that doesn't happen by making sure we have very good plugins in place that keep us safe. With modded, it's a whole different ballgame.
Yeah.
You're putting in plugins and mods that are going to do this. But you just have to do it responsibly, and that's where we're going to take our job very serious and making sure that those items that can cause this are out of the game. Things like that.
You should know that we do, like, I have taken it, like, this is why we've never had a chair plugin. It's a really simple thing, being able to sit in a chair, but it's one more added thing that could potentially go wrong. And so I always say I because it was me in the beginning, but we, the 3 of us now, will weigh every single little thing and go, is it necessary? Is it needed?
Yeah.
Can it cause problems?
I mean, and like, I'm very good at standing still during meetings. I don't need no stinking chair plugin.
But it's just one of those things. But here on modded, the chair plugin is very common. Any of those, you hit one tree, you break the bottom of log of a tree, and the whole tree comes down. And I mean, that's
called Vein Miner.
Oh man, we love that one. So
no, it's not.
What?
No, hold up, hold the phone, everybody. So first of all, yes, Vein Miner can do that. But there is an actual mod known as tree chop or tree capitation.
Yeah.
Do your research, boy.
Well, it's probably in multiple mods, is my guess.
There's a lot of mods that do
I was just gonna say, I'm pretty sure multiple mods will chop the tree down. So
I've been playing modded for quite a while.
I'm sorry if I'm too specific, but that's who I am.
Artcraft's worlds have been around since 2015. ACO has never had a world reset, so we take great lengths.
Well, technically,
actually, I was gonna say there was a little bump. We've had one. We'll see. We've had one.
Yeah, but we take great lengths to make sure that things don't come crashing down, and that's what we're going to continue to do with modded. It's just the risk is a lot higher. So
this is why we no longer have nether portals.
We have a question.
What's up?
Would we be able to limit vein miners so I don't vein mine my whole base?
That's if that even is on there. You don't. I mean, let's not go into what ifs with things we don't even know what we're doing.
Well, I have done that before on Skyblock.
Yeah.
Yeah. The answer is you can.
We could, it's.
So, all right. So, does anyone have any more questions? Not about specific mods, but just about in general about AC Craft Reloaded.
Is it going to be on like a normal?
And he cut out.
You cut out. I didn't hear you. What?
So, is it going to be like a normal world like this, like a skyblock?
Well,
no. It's not.
It's going to be.
That's what
no, we're not going. No, we're not going Skyblock. Skyblock is fun, but that's
all depends on what
separate.
gets approved and what's decided on by everybody. But for the most part, we're just picturing
In
Minecraft.
my experience,
Yeah, it'll be a Minecraft
Skyblock
world.
is less laggy, but
Yeah, that's something. It's
But
less laggy.
Skyblock is very unique. It's like a very unique. Skyblock is a mod. It's a very unique game, and not everyone wants to play in the sky.
Yeah.
But there are some mods like better biomes and stuff like that will modify the world, right? So
the world itself will be yeah.
It's
and modded has exactly. We'll have a lot of new worlds, a lot of new biomes.
Yeah, and
some of them make me
new
giggle.
dimensions and stuff like the ether and stuff like that. So it all depends. It all depends on what gets added.
And we have to see what plays. We were talking about that last night at our staff meeting. We had an admin meeting about it, and it's there's some that have ultimate alter dimensions like Twilight Forest. And so it's like which ones play well together. We have to know that too. So there's so much research that goes into this. Yeah. So all right. Any other very specific questions about Reloaded? What's up?
So like once it gets all set up and the server's up and everything, would it be possible to add more mods if like everybody votes for something new that they want?
I mean of course it's not as we're gonna create most likely we'll be creating our own pack.
Yeah.
Well, we'd still have to even after we. But the thing is, adding mods to a pack that's already there, it's also another whole big ball.
Well, we're going to pick and choose packs and create our own reloaded pack. So when you download it, it will be the reloaded download
but
pack.
Even a custom pack, adding mods to it, you have to be like, well, what's going to be compatible?
That's where we're going to be taking our time. But let's say a new mod comes out 6 months from now, and everyone's really excited about it. Then we will check, Alyssa and AF, not me. We'll be looking into can this work? I know Alyssa is really good at researching. She doesn't like for me. I'm like, that's cool. Let's do it. Alyssa's like, hold up. Let's read about this for a minute. And then Alyssa's like, this is why this will not work.
There'll be research. They'll be testing all that stuff before it ever shows up on the live server.
Exactly.
Can't go mining.
Sorry, like 8 people talked at once. Say it one at a time.
Alyssa's good at research. Like even with that, like I'm honest, I didn't. Nope.
Yeah, and I'm like, let's do it. And Alyssa's like, hold up.
Yeah, Alyssa doesn't need.
Hold my coffee. We need to talk, Blue. Don't get too excited. So, which is good. We have to have that. We need because otherwise, it's probably why a lot of servers do crash and have a lot of resets. Is because they don't take the time to look to see which ones don't get along well, which ones will cause crashes.
They don't have someone smart like Alyssa.
Exactly. So, who was next? Somebody else.
Sorry, to answer your question even more, buddy, just to touch on it. Adding new stuff. There's stuff that dies too, stuff that stops being developed and everything and has to be taken out. So,
plugins don't get updated.
A modded server will be constantly in flux. Is basically what I'm trying to say. It's always going to have stuff added and taken out.
All right. What else? Who else had a question? Like
I don't have any questions.
Okay. Anybody? Does anybody have a question?
Can I please? Yes.
Okay. Yes, Sam. Go.
Well, it's to you, Blue. Have you ever played Mad Pack?
I don't know Mad Pack. I'm not familiar with that one. If you want to suggest it, you can put it in the channel. But we're not.
It's like a whole different mod pack.
Okay, we're not discussing mod packs in this call because that would last hours. So if you have a suggestion, like I said, put it in, but you only get 3. So take your time, put your 3 in there, and then we will check it out. So, all right. Anyone else have questions about Reloaded about us?
Yeah.
What's your question?
Regarding if you won't be able to pay the $5, I may not be able to pay the $5 for the server.
So you're gonna have like
Dan, you just talking over Jake. Wait.
Sorry.
Wait. Okay. So Jake, like I said, when the time comes, if you want to play in it, but you are just not at all financially able and you need assistance for like a month or 2, that's fine. If it's something, it's not going to be like you just get to play for free forever. It'd be like, I could help out with a month or 2 for someone here and there. I'm still currently helping on a few people on ACO, so it'll be a little stretch for me, but I want you guys to be able to play. I know someone else just volunteered privately to me that if a certain person can't play, they would like to help too. So again, but this is just the kindness of us actually digging into our wallets and paying that $5.
I still have some people on ACO not paying at all. Blue's not paying for them, and they're not paying, and I'm paying for them. And then
I think there's like 2. Yeah. So
we
and we
we're
do it.
not terrible people.
We're doing and it's like a 3-month thing. If you $5, it's a lot of money when you have no money, but it's also something like one coffee a month. Like if you go to Starbucks, or like one, not even a McDonald's meal anymore. McDonald's meals are around the $7 range. So so if you think about it, how you have to outweigh how important is it to you, a month of getting to play or having that one coffee. So like that's kind of how I personally look at things when I'm trying to figure out, like, can I pay for so and so to play? I'll not go to Starbucks one time this month for that person. Like I'll do that. So yeah, but
See, I
we
don't
do
have that
understand,
because I don't go to Starbucks.
but you know what I mean. It's just equivalent to, it could be like donuts, or it could be whatever it is. But if you are in a position that you do want to play and you like legit can't even
I'm not
do
American.
the $5,
I don't go to Dunkin' Donuts.
Let
there's a lot of things that are comparable in life, like Netflix, Spotify.
I'm just trying to make
Tim Hortons.
Okay, guys, now we're talking. Stop. Seriously, we're talking about foods now, and I'm trying to make a point with money. So the point is, yes, Jake, to answer your question, if you can't, let us know. But it's something. It wouldn't be a long-term thing. I'm now on like month 16 or something like that. I'm paying for someone in ACO, and it's hard. It's getting up there in costs. We'll also probably end up doing a combo thing of some sort, where you can pay for both servers and get a discount if you do it monthly. Or if you just do the annual one, of course, you get 3 months free. So it wouldn't be a combined thing. It'd be like a one way or the other.
Wow.
We're still
Any
working
other specific question? Yeah, we're still working on that side out. We know the costs already. We know our upfront costs, but we don't know.
Using the same hosting service, right?
Same host. So
can I please say it now, Blue?
Yes, go ahead.
Are you gonna like, you know how Orcraft has like a dev server?
Yeah.
Are you gonna do that exact same thing for like Orcraft Reloaded, so you can test the mods?
Yeah, we said that we have a test. We're going to be using a test server. Yeah.
I don't see why the players need to know about that, but yes, they're going to.
Yeah, he brought it up. He said we're going to make sure all these things work and test before we actually make it live. So yeah, or bring it over to our actual server. So if you guys do decide to join, you're going to get access to another another Discord. So it'll be the Ocraft Reloaded Discord. We'll have our own Discord because you're going to have your own channels that really pertain to modded.
And the Discord's going to open the same day the server opens?
It probably open a little bit before, but it'll open as you guys register. So
okay.
I have one more question.
I'll definitely join.
What's up?
So I have a question for AF and Dusty. When the server does launch at some point, will you guys possibly be recording to get like an example of what the server might like to be?
I might do that, but it just depends on how demanding modded versus vanilla is going to be on my computer, especially for recording.
Okay.
Yeah, I definitely will. There will be a trailer of sorts, advertising it and talking about what it is and stuff. But then we're probably going to do like a series of videos is what I think Blue and I had talked about once upon a time. So like giving a rundown of what the mods are and how to get like a tutorial video and getting started sort of thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's a whole other thing. Yeah.
Yeah. So there's going to be some videos for sure.
Yeah, and a lot of the players on Ocraft can't even figure out how to do things like set up their engine account. Optifine engine account. I am raising my hand. I'm one of these people.
I hate updating the server because I spend the next 2 weeks helping parents change the version selection dropdown in their vanilla launchers.
Exactly, and that's all with written
what I asked help for yesterday.
Yeah, and so what I suggested to AF, which I think we're going to do, is the only way I really see this working is doing a YouTube tutorial, legit walking through. This is how you download the mod pack. This is how you get on the server. I know some of people are like they read, they learn by reading. I'm a visual learner. A lot of autistics are visual learners. A lot of us are. So I think for us, we'll have it 2 ways. We'll have the written instructions, and then we'll also have a click on the YouTube link and learn. And then that way they can just seriously follow along, like have it on their phone, and then they're doing it step by step. Because installing mod packs are, it's a lot more difficult than it is a pain. But once you're in, you're in until, of course, we do an update. But
that was actually that was a big reason why modded hasn't happened until Blue and Alyssa joined and were able to help, because I can't run all these servers and be a tech support person for modded at the same time trying to help people install stuff.
Yeah,
it's
and that's,
just
I think,
too much demand.
I think the idea. What's that? Oh, I'm not tech support, but it was my idea to put it. But it's like, okay, so let's put it on a YouTube. Let's actually make a tutorial. Tutorials that's how people do these days. Everything is, well, I don't know how to do that. Oh, we'll look up YouTube. It's kind of become the go-to for how to learn to do anything, from changing your car battery to cutting your own hair to making, learning how to tap a tree to get, maple syrup. I mean, there's tutorials for everything. Legit, there's really few things you can learn to do, that you can't learn to do, aside from even removing a tooth on your own. I mean, it's insane the stuff you can learn just from YouTube. And I think with the step-by-step instruction, going very slowly and recording it, showing click here, go to this website, I think we'll be okay. I believe in you guys. And Alyssa, I'll have you remote in and do mine for me, please and thank you. Just kidding. Just joking. All right. So do you guys have any other reloaded specific questions?
Dude, when is registration going to open?
When we get a little bit closer. Right now, like I said, we'll have a meeting again in a month. In a month, we should be able to give you guys some good dates, things like that. So you guys have 2 weeks to look at. Is 2 weeks too long? You guys think a week is plenty of time?
Then we would miss out on an opportunity for April Fool's Day to open registration on April 1st.
No.
No. So you guys have no, we're not doing that. So you guys have 2 weeks. 2 weeks to look at mods, look at what you want to do, especially since this week is spring break for a lot of people. So you might not be on as much. So you guys have 2 weeks. Yeah, America, colleges and stuff for spring break. So 2 weeks after that, we will start really hitting the books and doing research and putting together the mod pack for you guys. And then 2 weeks from there, we'll have another meeting. And then hopefully it'll only be about a month from there before we're live.
A huge tree.
Yeah. So, all right. Any other?
Hopefully, do you think by June we could probably be up and running?
I would love to see us up and running by June. So, but we'll see. I mean, we want to make it right. We're not going to rush. We're not going to throw something together really quick just to be live. We want it to work, and we want it to be steady and be for the long haul. So.
This is literally the first meeting. Yeah, exactly. They have jobs.
Specifically Alyssa, and Alyssa is going to be a big part of this, and she has an actual 9-to-5 job. So
this is literally our first meeting. We're still getting suggestions and stuff. So giving you things like dates and times and stuff is just not possible yet.
I think June's a good goal. I think it really is. I think it's probably an obtainable goal, but at the same time, let's see how this goes. So
if we run into all kinds of conflicts and issues and things, then obviously it's just not going to happen. So we can't give you that date yet. But we're hoping.
Oh, bye, buddy.
All right. Does anyone else have any specific?
But dude, I'm wondering when we suggest mods, stuff like journey map, I'm not gonna suggest since I can put that on my own.
That's client side. Client side. We need to bring that up right now.
I'm gonna use that. I'm probably gonna use that.
You guys, we don't even need to be talking about that right now.
We don't need to know at all.
So do not suggest client side mods.
Why would you, mod? That's
it's client.
We don't need to know about it.
You can suggest whatever you want. Just know you're taking up one of your 3 slots to do that. So.
Brad asked earlier on about beta testers. We're not at that stage yet, so we can't say. But obviously, we're going to test it ourselves and make sure everything works. And
we're going to try and break it.
Yeah, we're going to try and break it as best we can. When we get to the beta testing stage and need actual players, though, we don't know what we're doing yet. But if we do figure it out and we do want to come to you, some of you guys, then you'll know.
Yeah, you will know. We will go to you privately. So.
Yeah.
And if we do, don't tell everybody, please.
Yeah, don't.
Don't be that guy. All right. Any other questions? I'm looking at chat to see if I'm missing anything.
No, it's not a challenge for you all to break it. We're gonna try to break it.
It's a challenge for us to break it.
we want you guys to play responsibly and say this.
We're gonna run around with portal guns and play.
Yeah, if this might break the server, maybe I shouldn't do it. That's what we want.
I'll be like, I'm gonna think like I'm gonna pretend to be mod really quick. What would mod do? Mod would do this. Boom. Okay, server blew up. Now we know not to allow that one. So
yeah, that sounds like very mod or me.
Yeah, beta testing.
Ben.
Yeah. All right. So
not trying. So that's
what I say. I have not.
Yeah, that's fine. If you can't put it in there yourself, Martinum, you can. But if only one. Actually, no. If you could post it. Yeah, because otherwise it'll take that person's vote. Oh, then you don't have to say anything. You can just, you guys don't have to suggest. If you've never played modded and you have no clue, just don't say any. So
would it be a good idea so if someone's already suggested something for them to be able to like put a 1, 2, and 3 next to someone's suggestion? So
no, because that's still taking up your one of your 3. If you see that somebody has already recommended it, then we will be looking into it. So we don't need 8 people recommending the same thing. All I need is one person recommending it. So if somebody's recommending it, and if it's just that important to you that you feel you need to recommend it a second time, it's not going to get any more pull than the first time did, if that helps you.
Yeah, no, that's what I was just wondering.
Yeah, I'm not going to be like, wow, everybody seems to want this. And then go, no, we don't like it. No, I'm just kidding. No, we'll look at it all the same. If something is not approved, just know there's a reason. It's because something's not stable or they have too many crashes. Sometimes, what you guys play, like for instance, Dusty has had a modded server of his own in the past, just, for himself or 1 or 2 people. That's different than a larger server. So things that you can get away with on your own
I
personal.
literally just have
are not the
a
same.
mod pack, but it's a 1.710 pack that I just play for my own. So
Just
it's
for
not
fun.
even a
Yeah.
server.
Yeah, exactly. So I did have somebody already ask me that once. Well, I never had to reset my own. It's like, well, that's a single player. That's why. It's a little bit different than.
There are some very, very obviously not Redstone, but very Redstone heavy mod packs that do all kinds of technical stuff. And when you put 100 players all doing all that stuff together, it doesn't balance well.
Exactly.
Always go well.
Yeah, easier with few. Yeah. I played modded for 2 years, nothing but strict modded, and I love it. You guys are going to love it. It's a lot of fun.
I have never played modded before.
Oh, modded is amazing. You won't look at Minecraft the same again.
You might.
I'm looking forward to it.
Too much after because there's so much you can do.
Looking forward to it.
And the cool thing about mod packs for those of you that haven't played like Martin M is for me, I'll focus on a mod. So I'll say I'm doing witchery, right? And I'm just really focused on witchery. And I'll play witchery for 3-4 months until I've got everything maxed out and I'm done. And then I will move on to another mod. So you can take one game and literally for 6 years play it and not finish all the mods and not play with it all. So I had with Galactic Craft, you can have moon base and you have for those of you that have not played it, the zombies and stuff, they look like aliens. And it's so much fun.
Modules and the oxygen tanks.
Yeah. So for 6 months, you might focus only on Galactic Craft. And then for another 6 months, you might focus only on, I want a Me system. For those of you that don't know what a Me system is, it's a remote control so you have this remote control in your
it's more of a terminal, but
it's a terminal, but it's like a remote, so you can be out and about and you can access your full storage from a remote. It's awesome. So you might want to focus on that.
That's definitely a given mod for me. That's gonna be in one of those slots for sure.
I love Me.
Yeah, it's awesome. So there's so much you can focus on. So it's taking the game of Minecraft and turning it into 10 other massive games. And it's people, I'm bored of Minecraft. Okay, well, play modded. It's because then you play modded and now it's oh wow, I'm doing this or I'm doing that, and then you go back to regular Minecraft. So it's a way to keep things fresh and new and having a lot of fun at the same time, still playing Minecraft and still being with our pretty rad community. And that's what's so cool about this is we get to now play one of our favorite things with each other, and I love that. There's no having to go to other servers to do this anymore.
I was going to say, it's not uncommon not just to go from focusing on one mod to another mod, but to go from vanilla to modded and then do that. And then 2 years down the line, just go, you know what? I miss vanilla.
Exactly what it's how I came back to ACO. I missed it.
Yes,
whenever there's been times where if I'm just bored or even if I just I'm without internet for whatever reason, I just load up my mod pack and play modded.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. So I'm excited. I'm really excited. I think I started asking for modded about 1.5 years ago. I was yeah, what do you think? He's let's not think. So
I said I'm not going to, but we can.
Yeah. Well, a lot has happened in 1.5 years. ACO has grown. We have matured. We've changed. We've developed, and now we're in a position where we can do this. And so it's kind of like I said, this is groundbreaking for Occraft in general. This is the beginning of the 3rd server. You guys are all going to be a huge part of that, and I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
So
I feel this is definitely going to be the first time I actually joined this. I've been on a server since the beginning of it, I think.
yeah, not just on it since the beginning, but playing a big role in the making of it, which I think is really cool. Having you guys give input and you guys be with us every step of the way is really cool.
Back when ACO first opened, I could have joined it, but at the time I was just like, yeah, I'm fine on AC.
Yeah, well, now you know. So
yeah.
this is pretty exciting. And if you guys, have friends or something that like to play modded, but not so much vanilla, pass it along. Let them know.
So we have
all
a
right.
mod server.
Yeah, we're about to have a modded server, but no
I'm
more calling
looking
it
forward to
ACOM. No more calling it modded. We're calling it reloaded. So
Woo, I'm
ACR.
looking
and it's
forward to it.
AC reloaded, not ACO reloaded. So it's AC
Yeah,
Occraft reloaded.
let's go.
Do you guys like the name? Everyone cool with it?
Yeah.
I like it.
A lot of mod packs use that name. Like, do you know why? Or
I've never seen another mod pack with the name reloaded.
There is some mod packs with Reloaded.
Like in the name?
One that I played.
There's
Huh?
a mod called Mind Factory Reloaded.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's usually for a 2.0. That's usually for a 2.0. Like they'll come up with
That's because the old.
but
and
that's
then
the mod name with it. So we're
Yeah.
not that. We're not like that'd be like ACO modded reloaded. We're not modded reloaded.
Yeah.
Our name is reloaded. So
but does the whole joke about modded crashing a lot? That's why we chose the
no,
name, or-
no, not at
No.
all. That was just really funny timing.
I
no,
know.
that was just irony. That's all. That's
was just
no.
clever
I
timing.
mean, legit, we're really going to be pushing for no resets, but we just need you guys to be aware going
You never
into
know.
this that it's
Yeah.
it is a possibility.
It's gonna
I
happen.
just, I wish we
Well,
could play RL Craft on here. That'd be
You
fun.
wish what?
I wish we could just play RL Craft on here. That'll be fun.
Oh,
Railcraft?
No.
Oh no.
RL
no,
Craft.
No.
No, cool.
So, all right. Any other questions, guys, before we adjourn? We talked about doing a weather fight, but I actually need to eat. I'm starving. So if you guys want to plan to come back in about an hour, we can do a weather fight. I just need time to make lunch.
I'm fine for that. At least then
Okay.
we get time to.
Yeah,
gear
this
up and
meeting
stuff.
went really long, so we're about an hour and 40
Longer than
minutes.
anyone
so-
expected.
Blue, your favorite thing to
Well,
do.
I mean,
So-
what do you expect, Blue? When you
Yeah.
when you got something new that's interesting to
I
all of us, you
know,
better
it's
expect to have
exciting.
2-hour meetings.
Yeah.
It's
I
just
would
a long
bet
time for
for-
you guys to be sitting in one spot. So, all right.
Oh,
so
okay.
let's adjourn. If there's, I'm gonna ask one last time. Any other reloaded questions for myself, AF, or Alyssa?
Yeah, this is gonna be too much reloaded.
Dude, say if someone suggests the same thing in the suggestion area, can we change the suggestion?
We talked
You can-
about that already.
We've
You
had
may
this.
you may edit yours
Edit
for
your
up to
post.
2 weeks. After 2 weeks, no
Okay.
more editing. So,
Okay.
but again, only one
How
post.
do you know?
That's the important thing. If you have more than one post, I'm just going to probably delete whatever the next post is, and that might be the one you really cared about. So
Or-
please limit to one post.
For those of you who never check, scroll up and see what people have suggested
Scrolling up is
Before-
amazing.
before you make your suggestions. Scroll up.
All right, so I'm gonna open up the Hitman channel here in a couple minutes, so you guys can register for Hitman. Keep going on the community farms. You guys are doing great with that. I mean, the community shops. Sorry. And then if you guys want to meet back, let's give it an hour and 20 minutes. So, or we can just do an hour. So let's say 1:45 my time. So what's that? 4:45 Eastern
40
Standard.
minutes,
We'll do an hour and 4 minutes. We'll do the weather fight.
So
All right.
basically,
1 hour and 4 minutes. We'll do at quarter till whatever that'll be in an hour. So yeah, so we'll do a weather fight, and yeah. So thank you guys. This was great. We had a great meeting. I'm excited. I know you guys all sound excited. So moving forward.
And
happening.
this is
Blue, I've
Okay.
got my horse stuck up a
Yeah, if
tree.
you want to do your outro, Dusty,
hey everyone.
go ahead.
This has been Dusty Circuit here. Hope you've enjoyed this video. Remember to rate, comment, like, and subscribe. And this is Dusty Circuit signing off. Bye.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye, YouTube.
Bye-bye,
All
YouTube.
right, guys, go get something to
Have a
eat.
nice
Go get a
Christmas.
drink. Go walk
I already
around
had
a little
that.
bit.
Wait, is that it?
Yeah, that's it. We're gonna come back in an hour and do a weather fight, but everyone.